All right. So anyone who's been following AI lately knows there's been quite a buzz.
Definitely.
For good reason, too. But
yeah.
I came across this piece by Jay Stone, who's a visual content strategist,
Nope.
called AI Bias Bypass. And it really got me thinking about some of the challenges that are out there when it comes to AI, especially when it's generating images and videos.
Right. Right.
Which a lot of what we see. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And what's so cool about this piece of Stone isn't just, calling out the problems, but she's like, okay, here's some workarounds. Here's some ways we can actually bypass this.
Yes. And even that title, AI Bias Bypass, it's catchy.
Yes.
But it's also okay, we're going to get practical here.
Exactly. Exactly. Love that.
So I'm curious to get your take on, to start with, why are these biases even there?
Well, think about it this way. AI, right? It learns from massive amounts of data. Huge amounts. Mountains and mountains of data. But if that data isn't diverse, if it doesn't represent everyone and every single type of person or thing, the AI is going to have a really skewed view of the world. You know what I mean?
It's like if you only read one news source, you're only getting one perspective.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so to kind of give some real world examples.
Yeah.
Stone really focuses on these 4 key areas.
Yeah.
Skin tone.
Okay.
Body type, hair texture, and age. And I think, when it comes to skin tone, we've all seen those movies where they try to de-age a character.
Oh, yeah.
But it lightens their skin and you're like, wait a second. That's not.
No, it's weird.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. And it also has.
That's just aesthetic. Yeah.
It has these real world consequences, right?
Totally.
Think about facial recognition technology. It's being used all over the place these days. But if the AI behind it is trained on mostly pictures of people with lighter skin, it might have trouble accurately recognizing people with darker skin, right?
Right.
And this can lead to misidentification or even discrimination, which is obviously a problem.
Oh yeah.
Big problem.
And it's not just hypothetical either.
No.
This is actually happening.
This is happening, yeah.
And then you think about body type, right? If we're only training AI on a certain type of body,
right,
it's not going to know how to depict all the different kinds of bodies.
Exactly. And how's it going to accurately represent the diversity of human bodies, right?
Yeah. And imagine a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
You're trying to reach a diverse audience.
Right.
But all the AI generated images are all the same type of body.
You're alienating people. Yeah.
You're alienating a huge chunk, of your market.
Absolutely. And I think for you, since you're so interested in AI, this is something you can leverage, in your own projects to make sure they are inclusive. You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And then there's hair texture.
Yeah.
Right? Which,
oh my gosh.
Which curly, coily, kinky, wavy.
So many ways to.
How do you
describe
How do you
that?
teach
all of that? Yeah.
an AI to understand all the nuances?
Right. And to generate it.
Yeah.
All right. Realistically.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
It is.
And then age.
Oh, yeah.
We all age differently.
Yes.
And it's influenced by so many things.
Absolutely.
But if your AI is only, trained on 20-year-olds.
Right.
It's not going to know how to show someone in their 60s or 70s realistically.
Yeah. And especially those subtle
nuances.
The cross
ethnicity.
Cross ethnicity.
It's a lot. So thank goodness Stone is all about, okay, here's some solutions.
Yes. I'm so glad she's doing that.
Yeah. Because we need those.
So she's going to dive deeper into each of these in later articles.
But I'm curious to get your take on what are some of the ways that she might address these?
Well, I'm betting she's going to get into prompt engineering.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
I have, yeah.
Okay. So it's basically being super specific with your instructions to the AI. Instead of just saying, hey, give me a picture of a person, it's more hey, I need a picture of a person with 4C hair and I need it to look realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're really guiding the AI.
Exactly.
In the right direction.
Exactly. And another approach could be using more diverse training data. Right? So instead of just feeding the AI fashion magazines, you expose it to a whole library of images representing all sorts of people.
A more representative.
Data
set.
Exactly. Yeah. And then maybe even involving the community, right? Imagine having a system where people can give feedback on the AI generated images. help to refine its understanding.
So it's like crowdsourcing.
Crowdsourcing inclusivity, yes.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really fascinating, and I love that she's kind of on this.
Me too.
To find some solutions, because it's clear that this is a very real issue.
Very real, yeah.
And it makes me think, like, AI is learning from us, right?
Yeah.
So what responsibility do we have to make sure that what it's learning from is diverse and inclusive?
That's the key.
Like, that's the challenge.
It is, yeah.
We're all facing as we move forward with this incredible technology.
Yeah, lots to think about.
Lots to think about, for sure.
For sure.
Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, I loved this piece.
I'm really excited to see what Stone comes up with in her next pieces.
Me too.
So definitely something to stay tuned for. But in the meantime, I'm going to be thinking a lot about, what is our role in all of this?
Same.
Because it's clear that we have a big one.
We do.
So until next time, happy AIing, everyone.
Yes.
And we'll see you on the next deep dive.
Sounds good.